Hey guys, John Wagon here and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing another UCC, also known as Unknown Comic Character, and today we're going to be doing the Shroud. At the age of 10, the child who would grow up to become the Shroud saw his parents gunned down right before his eyes. He decided to dedicate his life to fighting crime. Upon graduation from college, he joined the mysterious temple called the Cult of Kali, where he started various styles of martial arts. After 7 years of intense training, he graduated from that temple. During the celebration ceremony, he was branded with the Kiss of Kali, a red-hot iron. He had the image of a goddess imprinted in livid scar tissue on his face, from nose to hairline, and from cheek to cheek. Following a period of intense pain and hospitalization, he realized that his eyesight had been replaced by a mystic extrasensory perception. Traveling back to the United States, he adopted the masked identity of the Shroud. His first appearance as a hero was in Latveria, where he encountered the Human Torch. He invaded Latveria and intended to kill Dr. Doom for his crimes against humanity. Shroud recounted his origin to Namor the Submariner, and the two secretly entered Latveria disguised as members of the Ringmaster Circus of Crime. Shroud joined Dolfo's revolution against Dr. Doom, and he came close to his revenge. However, the Shroud shifted gears in order to help Dr. Doom and Captain America oppose someone else with a longer track record of crimes against humanity, the Red Skull. In outer space, Shroud was shot by a ray built by Red Skull while Dr. Doom battled Red Skull on the moon. Shroud was rescued by Captain America while Red Skull was left defeated on the moon. He was later rescued by Hitler himself as the Hate Monger. Captain America brought Shroud back to Earth, but because of his time in space, Shroud became insane and it took him quite a while to recover. After this recovery, Shroud discovered that he was able to tap into the Dark Force dimension. The Shroud later recruits Spider-Woman Jessica Drew to infiltrate a SHIELD facility so that they can access the files. Alongside Spider-Woman, the Shroud battled the Cult of Kali. Shroud then took on Cat and Mouse as his aides. He then teamed Spider-Man against Dansin Macabre. The Shroud aided the Avengers and Doctor Strange against Morgan Le Fay. He helped restore the former Spider-Woman's astral self to her body. He later refused Hawkeye's offer to join the West Coast Avengers. Shroud assisted a depowered Jessica Drew against some hooks. He assisted the West Coast Avengers against Gravitation and the Blank. The Shroud went undercover in Los Angeles and by operating as a crime-fighting masquerading as a criminal. He built a reputation as a criminal so he could destroy their world from within. This led him to create the group known as the Night Shift. With the Night Shift, he teamed with Captain America against the Power Broker and his augmented mutates. He tested Moon Knight to see if he could take over as leader for the Night Shift. He refused Taurus's offer to join the new Zodiac. He teamed with the Hawkeye against the gang leader Speedo. Behind the scenes, Shroud made a deal with the West Coast Avengers not to interfere with his activities underground. But during a battle, Shroud went missing and the Night Shift battled the Avengers, causing a strain between the groups when the Shroud stopped the battle. When Shroud returned to action, it was revealed that he spent some time with his family, though no actual names of that family have ever been revealed. Shroud made few appearances in the years following. When the Superhero Registration Act was proposed by the United States during the Civil War storyline, Shroud refused to accept the proposal to give up his identity, and sided against heroes such as Miss Marvel and Iron Man. He also is in a romantic relationship with Julia Carpenter, now known as Arachne. Sorry about that. With Julia's help, Shroud managed to escape from the Rikers Island, injuring a number of SHIELD agents in the process. The two of them planned to flee in Canada with Rachel, Julia's daughter, but Wonder Man and Miss Marvel captured Shroud and Julie the following issue. He is then broken out in order to join Captain America's anti-registration army and takes part in the final battle. During the Shadowlands storyline, Shroud is paired with Silver Sable, Misty Knight, and Paladin, when Daredevil's hands target members of the Mafia. Exposure to the bombardment of the Red Skull's Hypno Ray triggered a latent power over darkness in the Shroud. Shroud possesses the mystical ability to create an aperture into Dark Force dimension and to project the thick, inky gas-like substance of the Dark Force dimension into Earth's dimension for his own use. This darkness is not simply the absence of light, but the negation of it. No illumination can penetrate it. It is unknown how much of this darkness Shroud can summon at once. He can blanket a small auditorium in darkness within several seconds. The darkness he projects does not fill a volume instantly. It is possible to see its hazy boundary move like thick black smoke in the air. There appears to be no limit of the length of time Shroud can maintain the darkness. However, loss of concentration can disrupt his power to summon and control darkness. And if Shroud is rendered unconscious, the darkness seems to be naturally drawn through the portal from which it came. The Shroud has control over the darkness as to create hazy-edged, featureless black shapes with it, the complexity of which is limited only by his imagination. For example, he once created 2 discs that covered Captain America's eyes, preventing him from seeing anything or becoming hypnotized. Yet so small they were indistinguishable from the pupils of his eyes. He frequently forms the darkness into its own shadow in order to serve as a decoy. Unlike Darkstar's Dark Force, the darkness possesses no mass, and unlike Cloak, Shroud is unable to travel in and out of the dimension from which he draws the darkness. He eventually learned to give his darkness enough mass to serve as a low-level thruster. Together with the properties of his cape, this allows him to fly at least at walking speed. The Shroud has also blinded in a mystic ceremony by the cult of Kali. As a result of this ceremony, he possesses a mystical sense of extrasensory perception, enabling him to see through walls and even through his own mantle of darkness. This mystical sense gives him psychic impressions of his environment within a radius of about 100 feet, 30 meters. Not unlike Daredevil, Shroud can receive non-visual sensory impressions through solid objects. Thus, he can perceive people and objects in the room next to him with the ease that he can perceive the contents of the room he is in. His mystic senses can even enable him to detect the internal hardware components of a computer. The Shroud is an Olympic-level athlete with extensive training in several fields of Oriental martial arts and is adept in acrobatics and infiltration. He possesses a college degree in law and criminology. Shroud carries explosive boomerangs as weapons and flies in a personal one-man aircraft. And that is the fact file of Shroud. Hope you guys did like this video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and the subscribe button, and comment down your thoughts and opinions on this character below. And with that all said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.